Grab your pet and get ready to rock around the all-American Christmas tree. It's the Fox Weather Howli-day special.
Merry Christmas!
We're making an appearance before the judge as she lays down the paws.
Stella, Ted, Red, come on, stay with Mommy.
Christmas comes early for the Five's Dana Perino,
Let's see if Santa's little helper is here today.
Percy, and a few familiar faces.
Merry Christmas, guys.
And four-legged celebrity guest, Kuma the pug.
We're gonna have a great time.
Forget the 12 reindeer, we have 8 weens.
Happy holidays, guys. My name is Grace, and these are my 8 weens.
All that plus winterizing your pet and taking pet adventures to the next level.
You gonna show us something?
We're going on a pretty big adventure.
Ooh.
That's all ahead on the Fox Weather Holiday, Howli-day extravaganza. Happy Howli-days! We're unleashing a whole lot of Howli-day cheer right here on Fox Square. I'm joined by my four-legged elf, Oliver. Yeah, he's ready for this. He's also a fur caster as we raise the woof with your favorite Fox News personalities and Mets with pets from all around the country. And you've seen Judge Janine Perino laying down the law on the 5 on Fox News Channel, but at home she's laying down the paw. Judge Janine has 4 furry family members, and we went over the river and through the woods to find out how the judge spends her holidays and gets her pets prepped for the harsh winter months.
Merry Christmas! From my house to yours. Stella, Ted, Red, come on, stay with Mommy. Come on. Come on. Stella, come here. Come here. You got your coat messed up. Say hi, everybody. Come here. Come here, Red.
They're like my children. I have 2 kids. I mean, I love them, but they left, and there's this maternal instinct I have, and I get to exercise it with my dogs. But these are my angels. And I make sure they're groomed every other week, and they listen to me most of the time.
Those dogs want to go to work.
I give them, homemade food, and they're all rescues. I mean, for the longest time, I had these blue bloods, AKC registered, all these. I had one poodle, I've had poodles for years, who actually showed at Westminster. And then my mother said to me, she said, Janine, why don't you get rescues? So I did. So I have Stella, Red, and Ted. Red is very tall, is a super jumbo poodle. And Red is kind of reticent, he's a peacenik. Ted is like a fighter. I mean, whoever comes around, Ted's ready to fight. But Red and Ted are brothers, and they always touch, they're always together. Come on, Ted. He said, I'm not gonna be a clown for you. You have lion eyes, Theodore. When I'm mad, I call him Theodore, but I love him. Ted! Mommy loves you. Stella is a female, obviously, but like my other female poodles, they're hunters. They're real hunters. She was on the naughty list. I mean, she attacked a baby deer, and the baby deer, I went out there and I was mortified, and the baby deer was going bah, bah, like a sheep. Just because they're poodles, they're not like little princesses. They will fight and they will attack, and they are fabulous guard dogs.
Come on. Come on. Come on, Ted.
Snickerdoodle, the one that I just got a couple months ago, is a Bernedoodle, which is part Bernese Mountain Dog, part poodle, and she's only 8 months, and she's bigger than everyone. I mean, this is a real mistake, but we love her, and my son, thank goodness, he'll take her once in a while when he goes to Pennsylvania for a week, and she gets to do whatever she wants with him. Hold on. Hold on. We have sweaters, we have raincoats, and I think Doodle is going to need boots because the bottom of her paws she's a baby. I mean, they're so soft, and when it gets icy, she's got to protect them. I think the favorite tradition is really dyeing them and seeing how beautiful they are. It's Christmas time, I always dye Stella. And then I'll have the other ones have their dogs or their ears or their tails red or green. So that's why Ted and Red have red and green on them. It doesn't hurt them for anyone who's concerned about it. I mean, it's natural dyes, and it doesn't bother them. They don't itch. There's no reaction that they have, and it washes out in a couple of washings. Theodore, as you can see, is very serious, and he's assessing whether or not there's any danger here. Red will just lie down around Christmas time, but Stella will be sitting here, and they'll open presents on the floor, and all three will be on the sofa. They know that they're regal, they know that I love them, and they know they're loved, and they return the love 1,000 times.
And all throughout the special, we're showing you how to winterize your paws. How cold is too cold for your pets? Dr. Carly Fox from the Schwarzman Animal Medical Center gives us the frost-proof tips. Frost-proofing your pets, especially the indoor pets when you take them outside. Dr. Fox, you got Kuma with you. Let's talk about pets and keeping them safe because the temperatures are going down quickly.
They are, and not all pets are the same. It's really important to realize that, you know, a 2K Yorkie is very different than like an Akita when it comes to going outside. So it's really important to be mindful of your pet and their tolerance to cold. If you go outside and you're cold, that probably means your pet is cold. So it's very important to really keep an eye on them. Notice, are they shaking? Are they reluctant to move?
That means go inside. If they're shaking, it's a little...
Yeah, I mean, if they're done doing their business, I think maybe keeping their walks to a minimum is a good idea. Everyone's very used to their routine with their pets, but when temperatures drop, it's nice to maybe, you know, take walks and make them, instead of 15 minutes, make them 10 minutes. Instead of 3 walks a day, you can actually make them shorter and go 4 times a day, just to get your pet outside, but make sure that they're tolerant of the weather.
And sweaters are okay, coats, would you think that's good for dogs?
Sweaters are great for dogs that will allow you to put them on. We don't want it to be torture for them, but Kuma here is tolerating his outfit very well, and most dogs do. So if you have a pet that has a short coat, that shivers outside, getting them a sweater or a like puffy jacket is definitely a good idea to make them more comfortable when they're outside in cold weather.
And keeping your pets active in the wintertime can pose a real challenge. Thankfully, this time of year provides just the right conditions for some great winter activities with your pet in any weather. Dog lifestyle expert Fern Watt takes us to a Christmas tree farm for some far-out adventures with the TikTok doggy influencer, Kuma the Pug and Oscar. So we made it out to Demarest Farm in New Jersey, just outside of New York City. And look at the weather, it's perfect. Snowflakes, and we're gonna have a great time. Hey, by the way, this is Kuma, this is Oscar, and this is Fern Watt, the dog adventure expert. Good to see you, my friend.
It's so good to see you. And did you plan this weather?
Absolutely, I made a phone call.
It is so perfect.
It's magic for the holiday.
Yes.
Hey, what are we gonna do today?
Okay, we are going on a safari.
Wait, not just any safari.
This is a Christmas tree farm safari.
Let's do it. One of the cool things is you may have a dog that's not hyper energetic, but you need to find fun things to do with them.
Yes, dogs are excellent tour guides. And if you don't need a super athletic dog
Like
to
this
have a
guy.
fun adventure. I love the thought of taking my dogs on walks as many places as I possibly can and keeping like a running list of all the places that we're going, like a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah.
So it's like, you think about the Christmas tree farm, it's the one day a year when dogs and humans have a similar motivation. We're all out here sniffing for the best trees.
Look at,
And
this one looks good.
I know, like, and for dogs, it's all about the smells. So I really think that dogs are great to help us pick out these Christmas trees and help us sniff out the best one. So
You talk about Snifari too, because that helps to motivate and also stimulate them.
Yeah, a safari is a walk where you let your dog guide the way with their nose. Like humans as visual creatures, we're all about the sight. Dogs are smelling creatures, so they see the world with their noses. So when we're on adventures with our dogs, it's really fun to let them smell. Or you can just, like Kuma, just relax and sit back and enjoy.
Because as long as the farm is pet friendly, you bring them by, they get to sniff things out, check out all the scenery, take pictures.
Yes, and a lot of times, like during the winter, we think, oh my gosh, I need to stay inside.
Right.
I want to snuggle up. But no, the winter can be such a good time to get outside. And dogs are such a great motivator to bring us outside and bring us to these new places and go for walks in the snow. Holidays, we just rush. And we're like, come on, the dogs are on our agenda.
Right.
But on a safari, you're on their agenda. They're getting to stop and sniff whatever they want to sniff.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love that you have a little stamp book, if you will, and you mark things off as you go. So this is one thing you'd mark off of your list.
Yes, I have a running list for my dogs of all of the places that we've walked. And the places can be super simple, but it's really fun to come up with a list of places to walk with your dog. Oftentimes we think an adventure has to be this extreme thing.
Right.
But an adventure is really just seeing the world in a new way or trying something new. If you've never been to see the snow with your dog, go. Because when it's snowing, you can be out there playing, making doggy snow angels. It's a blast.
And they roll around, have a good time in it.
So dogs really just teach us how to play, and they add more play to our lives.
What other adventures do you have for us?
Okay, so you know how dogs love sticking their head out the window?
Yeah, car ride?
Yeah, it's like the car ride to the dog is like the best thing ever because if you think about it, dogs love smelling. They want to use their noses. So the amount of smells going by out that car window, it's like a smell buffet. It's amazing. So I'm always trying to think of ways to enhance my dog's head out the window experiences.
Yeah. You gonna show us something?
We're going on a pretty big adventure.
Ooh, did you hear that, Kuma?
It's like a really big adventure.
Okay.
It's gonna be huge.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going
Do I need a seatbelt?
on a
Let's go.
tractor ride.
What? Oh! Hey, you ready there, buddy? Tractor ride, tractor ride. Come on, buddy, let's do this.
Let's go.
And you just saw the adorable Kuma in that piece, but did you know he's a doggy influencer? Kuma the Pug has more than 90,000 followers on Instagram where he posts his daily life as a city dog. You can go ahead and give him a follow at Pug Kuma. We're unleashing the joy of Christmas. Fox News Channel's Dana Perino and her pup spend Christmas time in the city. And we're joined by a few very familiar faces.
This is, you just wanted me to pick him up.
That's when the Fox Weather Howli-day special returns.
Hey everybody, I'm Fox Weather's Ian Oliver. My wife and I have two pugs, Ricky and Vinny. Ricky has been with us since back in Kentucky when he was a puppy. Vince, Big Vince, joined the program down in Florida from the Pug Rescue of Florida. Our favorite thing to do with them in the winter season, if they can make it, they're getting older, 8 and 7 years old, is go to Central Park, walk around if there's a little bit of fresh snow, which has been sparse in New York over the last couple of years. My wife, I'm certain of it, will make sure Santa's very good to both of the boys the holiday season. From all of us at Fox Weather, happy holidays.
What's up everybody, I'm Bob Van Dillen. We've got two dogs down in North Georgia. Madison's my 12-year-old boxer. We've got Phoebe, she's about 1.5 years. When it snows in North Georgia, which it does about every winter, they tear it up outside. And you can see her tearing up around the yard and I love it. We bring them outside, they last for maybe 10 minutes before they come back. Greatest thing about snow is you can see where they wince and it's easier to clean up. Hey, happy Howli-day everybody. Hope you have a great new year.
I'm meteorologist Keith Marler from Fox 9 in Minneapolis, and this is our English bulldog, Quincy. Bulldogs are known for their elevated skill set, their art of leisure, and Quincy is no stranger to the perfection of the sleeping, the nap, the lazing about, the being a couch potato. Are we keeping you up, Quincy?
It's the holiday season and we're celebrating with our beloved four-legged family members right here on Fox Weather. So many of our dogs love snow, but it's really been a no-show in New York City Metro. In fact, New York City has gone almost 2 years without seeing more than an inch of snow. This is video of a dusting. That's all that we got in February. Our furry forecaster, Oliver, is here, and he's gonna help me make his prediction on how much snow we could see this winter. Hey, Oliver, it's been really, you're the best in the business, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, so let's see what he comes up with. Oliver, what do you think? 1 inch? High five. No? A nor'easter? High five. No? A no-show? I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. This holiday season, our pets are at the heart of our winter celebrations. They weathered everything with us, from the frigid elements to life's most heartwarming moments. You know her from The Five and America's Newsroom on Fox News Channel, but did you know that Dana Perino is a bona fide dog lover? This year, she's showing us how she spends the holidays making brand new traditions with her pup, Percy. You may also catch quite a few familiar faces as we go dog walking in a winter wonderland.
Percy is a 2-year-old Hungarian Vizsla. Peter and I have been married 26 years, and we've only been without a dog for, I think, 16 weeks total. Our first was Henry. He was born in Scotland. Then there was Jasper. Jasper really grew up through Fox News. He came as a little tiny puppy. Unfortunately, he died in September of 2021. He was only 9 years old. 8 weeks later, Percy came on the scene. This one's a little goofy, and he loves playing ball, and he really is a baby. Percy's favorite part about New York City is Central Park, for sure. Probably has more friends in New York than I have. We haven't had too much snow, right? I think that he would probably like a little bit more of that. He handles the cold very well. He does not like to wear a coat, except if it's below 25 degrees, then he seems to know that he needs a coat and he's willing to put it on. Oh, yes. Happy now. Oh, my goodness.
This is, you just wanted me to pick him up.
My colleagues like Percy. They probably get annoyed that I talk about him so much. Is that your uncle? Is that your uncle? That's your... The best compliment that Bill ever gave Percy is that he's a real dog.
Santa gonna be good to Percy.
Oh, Percy is always on the nice list. He's super well behaved. Oh, Percy, let's go see who we can find. Let's see if Santa's little helper is here today. Percy is a charmer. He can even make Greg Gutfeld smile. Who's this?
Oh, hello.
Hi, Dina. Percy, what's going on, guys?
Say hi to your favorite friend.
Hello.
Have you guys, you've met?
Yeah.
Perfect. Are you ready for Christmas?
I am. Are you?
No. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You've got the spirit.
Yeah.
How much spirit does Emily have? Look. And also, she's one of the kindest people. She does all these things for charity. Never, ever stops. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We don't have too many holiday traditions. We keep it fresh every year. But I definitely think the wine bottle is something we think about all year. So this one is Lord Percy. So there's a new one every single year, and people get a real kick out of getting it. Going back several years, we decided to do something fun for Christmas, a great Christmas gift, and we have a very talented friend who's a fan of The Five, and he is so good at Photoshop. This is this year's Percy calendar. It has all sorts of things in there like that he loves to do, to go to the park, play ball. He can put 3 balls in his mouth at once. America's Christmas tree lighting has actually become my main Christmas tradition. It's beautiful, it brings people together, and it's a focal point for this avenue in New York where you have so many people from all around the world coming to celebrate Christmas and having a chance to get their picture taken in front of it. I love it, I think it's beautiful. One of the concerns I have about life is just how fast it goes by. Whenever I call my husband, the first thing I do is say, "How is Percy?" What I like to do is to try to slow down just a little bit and think about the importance of being contemplative in the new year, thinking about the year that was.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Percy is quite fetching, wouldn't you say, Oliver? In fact, many of our Fox News and Fox Weather personalities are dog lovers. Fox News senior meteorologist Janice Dean has a beautiful dog named Lola at home. Turns out Lola is actually a furry furcaster, just like her mom. Here's another look at one of our favorite Mets with Pets.
I love this segment so much because I get to talk to you about Lola. And if you follow me on social media, you've already seen many pictures and videos of Lola, especially when it comes to weather-related social media posts. There is always a Lola frost alert when we dip below the freezing mark and she's out with her little red coat on. Lola is a Bedlington Terrier. The breed dates back to the 1800s. They were bred to be in the mines to help miners with the vermin. They would kill the rats. And you can tell she still has that instinct when she's outside and she sees a squirrel and she wants to go get it. But Lola is an amazing pet. She's our first family dog. And her mom, by the way, is a show dog. Villanelle was at the Westminster Dog Show last year, and she might be there again this year. So even though Lola's not a show dog, she does come from a family of show dogs. Remember the song? Her name is Lola, but she's not a show girl. So that's our pet Lola. If you are looking for a dog, make sure you do your homework. That's the one thing I did. We are a hypoallergenic family, very allergic to animals and pets, so Lola does not shed. And my friend Guy Benson also has a Bedlington Terrier, so he was able to give me all sorts of good advice when it comes to finding a pet that would go well with our family, and we love her dearly. So if you want to see more pictures of Lola, you can visit me on social media at Janice Dean on Twitter, or it's X now, at Janice Dean on X, Facebook, and on Instagram, Janice Dean FNC. I think Lola even deserves her own fan page.
Let's check back with Dr. Carly Fox of the Schwarzman Animal Medical Center in New York on protecting your pet's paws on the pavement.
Frost-proofing your pets, and now we're talking paws on the pavement, protecting your pets, especially when it's cold outside, Dr. Fox. Sometimes we've got ice, sometimes we have snow, sometimes we have salt. What can we do to best protect their paws?
It's definitely a good idea to think about your dog's paws in winter weather. The snow can adhere to your dog's paws and almost fall little snowballs between their toes, which can be irritating to them, cause them to lick their paws, which can then lead to worsening inflammation and sometimes even infection. And this is something that I think we see more often in dogs with long hair, like Oscar here. You can see his hair just like ready to pick up all of those snowballs outside. So when you get them inside, a very important thing to do is to try to remove that snow. It is very common for people and for businesses to use salt outside to melt the snow. And this salt can get stuck in between your dog's paws, which can be irritating, but not only that, if they lick at them, which naturally they will, that salt ingestion can actually cause GI upset, so it can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, and in really severe cases, that increased salt intake can cause electrolyte shifts in their blood, which can make them quite sick. So wiping your paws, soaking the paws, making sure that the salt isn't adhered to your dog's paws when you bring them inside is very important. A great way to avoid that is to actually purchase like pet safe salt. So if you go and you're at the store and you're deciding which one to use, that would be best for your pet and for your neighbor's pets as well.
It works just as well. I used to use it.
Oh, good. Yeah, see? A customer right here.
We're doxing through the snow with 8 weens. The TikTok sensations are getting all the applause. How these hot dogs are spreading Howli-day cheer with millions.
Hello everybody, I am meteorologist Herrera at Fox 2 in Detroit, and this is my dog Rue. Rue is 12 years old. She is a mix thanks honey. She's a mix between a beagle and a rat terrier. Now, the name Rue comes from New Orleans because that is where we got Rue. She's a New Orleans puppy. And it was very interesting when we moved up here to Michigan, just outside of Detroit. And I remember the very first time Rue ever got a chance to see snow. To see snow. It was a very cute moment. Her first experience with snow, and now she gets to deal with snow quite a bit. Sometimes we pick up like 45 inches of snow in a given winter. And over the course of the last couple of winters, we haven't seen a ton of it, but we are expecting to see maybe a little bit more this year, and she'll be able to get outside and do some running around. Won't you, Rue? Won't you, honey? Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, from Detroit, Rue and I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season.
So this is Q. He's the newest addition to our family. His name stands for cumulus. It's a cloud. He was a lot fluffier, just got his hair cut, so he doesn't look so much like a cumulus cloud. But if you're a fan of Star Trek, which my husband is, you know that that's also a character in the show. But Q, he came from a house. The owners had a lot of other dogs. They weren't sure they'd be able to take care of him. So my sister-in-law got him in hopes that we would adopt him and bring him to New York City. We weren't sure how he would be on the streets. It's busy, a lot of people. He's done great. He does like to sleep about 20 hours a day. Who wouldn't? And as far as what he does in his spare time, he lounges on the couch. He loves to play fetch. He's so good with our nieces and nephews. Anybody that he meets on the streets, we took him to Central Park. He just loves playing with anyone that'll give him a little bit of attention. This winter is going to be interesting. His first. He's going to be 1 year old in March, actually. We have sweaters for him. He wears them fine. We'll see how he does. But Q, the best addition to our family. And he loves New York City. I can't wait for it to snow. I bet he'll love it.
We're in the holiday spirit here with my furry co-host, Oliver. Ready to meet a few more friends? You ready, Oliver? All right, let's get right into it. Santa Claus may have 12 reindeer, but one Texas woman has 8 weens. Grace and her dachshunds have amassed nearly 6 million followers on TikTok with their adorable antics. This year, we're all about spreading their infectious holiday cheer. Oh, they look so soft and cuddled and nestled in their beds. How are you? Introduce us to the family, please.
I'm doing well. My name is Grace. These are my 8 weens. This is Boots, Plopper, Peanut, Bandit, Meatball, Tubby, Pumpkin, Einstein, and right over there is PJ.
Oh my God, they look so great. And I love their little sweaters. They're all decked out for the holiday. Is this a tradition you've started with them?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked matching with them. And then it kind of just became like a traditional thing where it's like, you know what? I'm going to try to, whatever season it is, I'm going to find some matching sweaters, pajamas, etc. Even PJ.
Oh my gosh. And I love the names too. Oh, look how cute they look. You're a superstar on TikTok. They've got all kinds of followers, millions. How are they dealing with the fame? They worn out?
You know what? They've turned into a little bit of divas lately. You know,
so?
they kind of know. I feel like they don't know, but they secretly do know. So they've been little divas, but they love it. They get extra treats and extra toys, so it's been nice.
Oh my gosh, the video of them in their beds, did you have those made for them?
The one, which beds?
They're like in little, they almost look like bunk beds for little wiener dogs there.
Oh yeah, so I saw that and I was like, you know what? One bed doesn't fit all 8, so let's go ahead and build a whole bunk bed for them. And they love it. It's perfect for them, and they're not in each other's bubble all the time, so the bunk bed's perfect.
That's so nice. I also saw some of the great pictures of you guys out in the outdoors, obviously in the elements. So you're getting them ready for the winter months. How are you getting them ready?
So first things first is we need our sweaters because they do get a little cold. Einstein's the only one that gets a little grumpy about the sweater, but she appreciates it in the end. So they have their little coats, raincoats, just dependent on like the environment, whether it's snowing or if they need little boots. We have all that ready so that, you know, we're always prepared.
Oh my gosh, they are beautiful. And why dachshunds? You have 8 of them, part of your family. Oh, look at those pictures.
Yeah, we have 8. This one's Plopper. He's always holding his little toy. He's actually still doing it right now.
Why dachshunds? Is that just your favorite breed?
Well, my first dog was Boots, and she, of course, she's a dachshund, and I just fell in love, and it just, I came across so many rehoming opportunities, and all my friends knew, like, hey, Grace loves dachshunds, and this dachshund's looking for a home. Let's see if she'll take them, and they knew I'd say yes, so here I am with 8.
I'll tell you what, if I had a big old yard, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd take them all in. Grace, I see the beautiful Christmas tree right behind you. You're ready for the holidays. Talk about your cat. How do you keep the cat away from the tree, or do you do anything to really help protect that little cat from going up in the tree?
You know what? PJ's pretty. Oh, look, he's actually getting in it right now.
See, I said it.
He's pretty chill. He is, but he has so many little friends to play with that I feel like, I don't know, he usually does pretty good with the tree. I put some catnip, around his little seat, like he can like relax a little bit. But other than that, he stays away from the tree. I feel like they're more, prone to take the ornaments off the tree because they think they're toys.
Yeah, and you probably have to watch them for the pine needles too, right? You don't want them to ingest all of that either.
Oh yeah, definitely not, definitely.
No kidding.
But they're really well behaved. They're pretty good. They either sleep or eat treats or play with toys, so they're usually really good.
I'm impressed that you have all 8 of them there and they're just hanging out. Hey, what are they asking for this holiday season? Do you have some gifts under the tree for them?
I do. I have some toys, some treats. I know this one's a little crazy. They don't know, but I got them like a little electric car so that I can, Einstein loves little rides, that's why. So they have a few toys. They're definitely very spoiled. But I have to keep them away right now because if I leave them out, they'll open them early.
Oh my gosh, then they'll be like, okay, do they open the presents, by the way? Some dogs like to rip apart the paper.
Oh yes, they do, especially Bandit. He's really calm right now, but if you see him with presents, he's an animal.
Oh my gosh. Grace, I love them. I love talking with you. I really appreciate you, and I love all the pictures. I'm wishing you and the 8 weens, and of course the little kitty cat, a very happy Howli-day from all of us at Fox Weather. Thanks for being on Fox Weather. Can't wait to follow you on TikTok.
You too. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Fox Weather's Amy Freeze always has sunshine in the form of her dog, Sunny. She's in the studio showing Sunny a few weather commands. Take a look.
This is my puppy. She came to our family during COVID. She was a rescue from South Carolina and came from Home for Good Dogs. She started out as Jet because we thought she was a boy, but this is Sunny girl. Sunny girl, come. Sit. Oh, good girl. Down. Nice. Good job. Sunny girl, stay. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Come on, girl, come on. You see one of her friends there too, Solomon in the background. She likes to speak. And she loves to play catch in the snow. So this is one of our favorite things to do. Sunny loves all kinds of weather, but the snow is her favorite. I hope you have a happy holiday with your furry friends.
As we go on this journey through life, so do our 4-legged family members. One Met who's done a whole lot of growing over the last year is Steve Bender. He's actually stepped into the role of dad with a precious baby girl named Yuli. Right by his side, each step of the way, his faithful German Shepherd, Jax. Fox Weather meteorologist Steve Bender joining us now. Steve, great to see you, my friend.
Hey, it's great to see you, Craig, and I know you got some pups at home. I'm glad we can celebrate our little 4-legged friends here.
It's fantastic. I've got my 2, you've got yours. You've gone through a lot of changes. Now, you moved quite a bit with Jax, as I did with my boys, but now you've got a baby.
Oh, yeah.
So how has that worked in with Jax and the baby, with Yuli?
Well, so Jax is a German Shepherd, right? And so he's very protective. He's always been super loyal with us. And we actually found out my wife, Vanessa, was pregnant because of Jax. He's a very secure dog. He'll always be by your side and he'll be fine, but he's not a snuggler. And then when we moved up here to New York, he started laying on her all the time and kind of looking up at her. And we're like, something's going on here. Like, he's really cuddly right now. She found out she was pregnant.
Intuition, they've got that, I think there's something there. Now, having said that, what is he like with her right now?
Oh, amazing. It's fantastic because, he's a big dog that thinks he's small, right? But he's always by her side. He's laying it. And we had trained him. He's really, he's trained. My wife's a dog trainer, actually. And so she can climb all over him, and she'll be pulling on his ear and everything, and he just kind of lays over, and lets her play. And it's really a unique side because he is a big German Shepherd, like 100 pounds. And so most of the time people are like, whoa, you got a wolf over there. And then you see him with a little girl, Yuli's like a year old, and they're like, oh, so cute. Yeah.
Warms your heart, right?
It does.
Oh, what does Yuli do with him? She just loves him.
She loves on him. It's funny because kids love to feed, right? They'll eat, but then they just want to throw it everywhere. And she'll come running over to him, trying to feed him everything. And they just hang out. It's funny because kids are just so curious, right? They just want to see and discover everything.
Yeah.
And all the time, Jax is just kind of like right next to her side, slowly walking next to her, and they're just discovering stuff together. And it's kind of fascinating. You see, that child's wonder, and then it's played out through his vision too.
It's amazing how you always take him outdoors. So now this is going to be a family affair.
Yeah.
You're going outdoors in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
How are you prepping for it?
Oh, I'm loving it. So Jax, he's got a double coat. He loves the cold. If we could, he'd be out there all day long.
Yeah.
We've gone on some hikes, and I got one of those child backpacks, right? So she's behind me, and Craig, the entire hike, all I'm hearing is giggles and screams because she's watching Jax run around. She just loves seeing him go everywhere. And so growing up with Jax, he's my first ever dog, and I took him everywhere, right? Yeah. We went hiking, kayaking, mountain biking, all of that stuff. So we're just like one once we get outside, and we just go for it. And she's now just adopted that and been so excited.
Any holiday traditions you're getting ready for?
Well, for us, we've moved so many times that it's tough to form that tradition. We do obviously open up presents on Christmas morning. For Jax, we give him a little extra treats and stuff like that. Yeah. But now I got to talk with the boss lady and figure out what our new tradition is with, the new baby girl, Yuli, and with Jax. I think it's a good time for us to kind of create a new tradition.
So glad to see you, my friend. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
This guy's awesome. Steve Bender, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Say hi to Jax for us.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see what you're doing this winter with Jax.
Definitely.
Following you on social media.
Hey, you're a runner. We got to go out together, Craig.
Let's do
Come
it.
on.
Let's do it. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Even our outdoor-loving animals are spending much more time warming up indoors at this time of year. Unfortunately, that could lead to some holiday hazards. Let's check in with Dr. Carly Fox. We're frost-proofing your pets here at Fox Weather, and now we're talking holiday hazards with Dr. Fox in Kuma. And Doctor, let's talk about, now's the time of year you bring trees in. They've got pine needles, you're watering the tree. We've got some hazards to talk about.
Yes, definitely. You're bringing in all of these decorations that aren't typically in your house, so naturally your pets are going to be curious about them. That includes dogs and cats, especially cats when it comes to Christmas trees and tinsel and string lights. We have to be very, very careful.
I never thought about tinsel. Is that harmful?
Tinsel is a common decoration around the holiday time, and it can be particularly dangerous because if ingested, it can lead to a linear GI obstruction. Because of the shape of tinsel, it's like string-like, and because of how difficult it is to break up, your animal's body can't digest it.
This is a true emergency.
Totally, a big emergency, and we see it.
Cats and dogs.
Yes, cats and dogs. I would say cats, for some reason, are just more drawn to tinsel.
Sure, they're constantly doing this thing.
Exactly, they love string.
Yeah.
And that's why we see it probably more often in cats, but it is something we can see in dogs as well.
What about the water that we put into the tree? Because sometimes we put things in that water to make the tree last longer.
Yeah, so preservatives that you put in the bottom of the tree, if ingested in high quantities, can also be toxic to dogs and cats. Again, I think this is more something cats, for whatever reason, are just more interested in drinking from odd places like underneath the tree. And the preservative that they put in can have like salicylic acids in it, which can lead to kidney toxicity.
Oh geez, that's really bad.
It can be. Usually they have to drink a lot of it, but it's something that you should definitely be aware of and make sure that your pet isn't very attracted to that area under the tree.
And real quick, what about pine needles?
I've actually seen a dog have to go to surgery on Christmas Day because they ate part of their Christmas tree, and we removed pine needles from their GI tract.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So best just to keep them out of there. How do you keep them away?
Try to just make sure to clean as much as you possibly can. And then, if you get an artificial tree, then there obviously won't be any shedding.
We're making the season merry and bright with the ultimate doggy adventure. Dog lifestyle expert Fern Watt shows us a howling good time and a awesome wintertime adventure for your pet. That's when the Howli-day special returns.
Greetings from the sunny and mild Twin Cities, where we're in the 50s right now. I'm Cody Matz, and this is my Yanni dog, Copper. Say hi, Copper. Hi. He is a 6-year-old golden retriever, and we spend a lot of time outside. He loves the outdoors and he loves the snow, so it's good that we live in Minnesota. We average about 50 inches of snow every season. We had 90 inches of snow last year, so we had a good year. We took a lot of slow-mo videos of him running in the snow because I love to see his floppy ears, but he just plays in the snow pretty much all winter and all through the holidays. And so we spend as much time outside as possible. He usually ends up with the leftover wrapping paper roll after we're done wrapping presents, and may get a little turkey or ham after the meal on Christmas itself. But no big holiday traditions for us, just spending a lot of time in the snow. Happy holidays from Minnesota.
I am meteorologist Mike Kaplan with Fox 32 in Chicago. These are my 3 dogs, our Egyptian princess Isis, our pharaoh Ramses, and our German shepherd dog Reagan, whose name in German means rain. We get a fair amount of snow in Chicago and a fair amount of cold in wintertime, and all 3 of our dogs love to be outside in the cold. When they're not outside enjoying the cold and the snow, they don't mind snuggling in their special pajamas that are super cozy, or hanging out in front of the fire. That's his favorite thing to do. My trio, they love winter and will embrace it when it comes.
I'm meteorologist Caitlin Cody, and I work at Fox 32 in Chicago, but I live in Northwest Indiana, which is a suburb about an hour away from Chicago. And I do have 2 dogs. One is named Luke. This is Luke. He is about 10 years old. He was from a shelter, so we're not exactly sure what breed he is, but we think he's a Border Collie mix. He's super sweet and loves to take naps. And then we also have a Golden Retriever named Charlie, which he'll come over here in just a moment. He is about 7 years old, and he's very sweet and just very Golden Retriever-like. So these boys have a lot of fun times in the winter running around in the snow.
Earlier, pet lifestyle expert Fern Watt teased us with the ultimate wintertime adventure for our pups. Well, we're taking it back to Demarest Farm in Hillsdale, New Jersey, to see what wild winter ride she has for us. Hey, what are we gonna do today?
Okay, we are going on a snifari.
Wait, not just any snifari.
This is a Christmas tree farm snifari.
Let's do it. Costume change for Kuma. Woo! Oscar's ready. And this is it, Fern. This is what you were talking about.
This is the ultimate head out the window experience.
Whoa.
Have you been on a tractor with your dog before?
No, this is the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time for Oscar.
The first for Oscar.
Oh my gosh. See, heads out the window.
Look at that.
The heads are out the window.
So listen, you've got lights here. There's lots to stimulate the mind. The dogs, the animals, they're gonna think about this.
Get out there with your dog. It's like,
I think that's key, right? Be outside, because we get cabin fever. We go inside. The dog gets cabin fever too.
Yeah, and we often make excuses in the winter. We're like, oh no, I just want to stay snuggled up inside. But winter can be such a good time to explore outside.
Sure.
It's like being outside in the cold reduces stress. It gives you exercise. These dogs, I mean, I think, you know, they're properly dressed for the weather. So just add on more layers and still go explore outside.
Dogs need exercise.
Yes.
Even if it's cold outside.
I mean, our dogs are our families. And during the holidays, it's so fun to include them in things like this. Your dog on new adventures is also such a great way to take yourself on new adventures.
True. I wouldn't even think that out.
Yeah,
Do you know what? You can even make a snowball, throw it up in the air, and the dog will jump out of it. Yeah.
Snow fetch. You could dig a hole in the snow. You could make snow doggy angels and get out.
I've never done that.
The first time I went to the snow with Oscar, it's just like, it's a different experience than when you go by yourself, because suddenly you're being out there and you're playing too, and you're in the moment.
You know what? I'm all about the dogs, but I do see people walking their dogs, but they're on the phone the entire time. And I'm like, that poor dog. Pay attention to the dog.
Yes, and also the poor human, because you guys should be outside enjoying your walk. And dogs remind us that these adventures, they might seem simple, but to the dog, it's the best day ever. And then suddenly, it could be your best day ever, too. And have my dog's paws touch sand.
Right.
Have they got to run in the sand? Go, try it. Snow, has your dog got to play in the snow? Leaves in the fall, has your dog got to run through a pile of leaves? It's like, all of these things are so like meaningful and fun, and they might seem simple and silly, but I think it's all about making new memories. And
They seem like they're small, but they're really not.
yeah, they're not. They're like simple moments of adventure with your dog.
When taking on any great outdoor adventure, it's important to winterize your pet. Dr. Carly Fox, a senior veterinarian at the Schwartzman Animal Medical Center in New York City, has been helping us frost-proof our pets. Here are her holiday travel tips.
Dr. Fox, we're frost-proofing our pets. We have Luna with us now, and travel this time of year can be rough, pun intended. What do we need to be prepared?
So, you know, it's a very, very busy travel time for everyone, and I think a lot of people bring their pets along with them. So, things to keep in mind, making sure if you're traveling on an airplane, making sure that your pet has a appropriate carrier that is approved by the airline, and you can actually go online and look that up in advance. Making sure that your pet has whatever travel certificate that they need is extremely important, and doing so way before you travel, not the day before. Don't call your vet the day before you travel. Exactly. Making sure you have everything that you need or anticipate that your pet will need when you leave your home. This can include and should include their food, their water, their medication if they need it. That's very important. If you feel like you need a refill of the medication, make sure to get it in advance. Their vaccine records, and make sure your pet has proper identification. If your pet is, you know, gets away because they're scared in an unfamiliar environment, make sure that they have a collar on that has clear identification for them, as well as getting your pet microchipped in case they somehow get out of their collar. It's very important.
And updating that information.
Absolutely. Microchips need to be updated, and pet owners need to know that. If they move, if their number changes, updating your microchip is very important. It can get your pet back to you.
What about in the car? You're traveling, you got caught up in a snowstorm, you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, if you get stranded with your pet, having an emergency kit available is great practice. It's something that if you have a car, you should have one in it at all times. That would include an extra, you know, can of food, their, you know, medical records, their vaccine history. It's all, you know, just in case, but you don't want to have to need those things in a time of emergency. Just be prepared.
Before we say goodbye, we have a very special guest. Can you guess who? Well, hey, you know what? It's not Santa Claus, it's Sunny Paws. Hey, Sunny, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. So, Sunny Paws, have you been naughty this year? Awesome. Have you been nice? Yes, Sunny Paws. Are you excited for the holiday? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can I whoop, whoop, whoop? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or should I say woof, woof, woof? Hey, Sunny, you're so awesome. So from all of us here at Fox Weather, we want to say happy holidays to all of you. What do you think, buddy? Yeah. Take care, everybody. Happy holidays.